Hi everyone, how you going? I just wanted to come on and show you some of the things that I've been doing lately. I haven't really been doing a lot of tutorial videos or anything. I've been busy with my, what's it called? My challenge from Bonnie and Clyde. So I've got a few of those done up, and I think I do have one video for that. But Bonnie also sent me, if you had seen the video of me unboxing it, she also sent, oh, I was so excited, she also sent a heap of bridal satin. Oh, just loved it. So I started making a few more of the flowers. Maybe if I put this light on, let's see it better. Maybe not. But I just, I had to get in there and cut that fabric up and start using it. So what I've done here, the back part there, that is that's from an old tablecloth, and I've just got a paper. I've just got a paper. Why do I? Okay. I have a paper circle on the backgrounds because I actually ran out of felt. So, but I wanted to put a few together, and so that is an old tablecloth, and this is some of the netting that I picked up at the op shop, and then we've got the white satin from Bonnie and Clyde, and I've just put a little flat back pearly thing in the centre of them. So I've done a couple in that style. Had a fight with the hot glue gun. There's another one, but they just, oh, I think I've gone full circle. I think I've got over making journals. Well, not really, but and now back to layering up some fabric flowers, but they're so pretty. And a bit of fluff on it. These are so easy to make and just so pretty. This one here, I just tried with a piece of pink lace. I've got glue threads all over them. With the pink lace, and then it's got the netting and some of that bridal satin and a little pink flower. It's lovely. And I've still got a few more to make up, but these ones here I just left very plain, just with the bridal satin. There's a couple like that I just decided to leave plain, because you can always like add more to them if you want them, and add the colours to them, any other colour. So there's those ones. And then this one here, I didn't add any of the mesh stuff. I just left that with the tablecloth and that. But they're so pretty. That's another of just the plain satin ones. And you can colour these so easy. You can use your dyes, or you can even use some watercolours and just put a little bit of colour on them, but for the time being I just left them white. And then I was still into flower making mode. Look at that, I really messed that up. This is when the glue gun started fighting with me and I was getting it everywhere. But this is just the tablecloth, so I made a few of those ones too while I was at it. And we've got that one there. And then I started to use some of the black lace that I had here already, but I haven't got very far with these ones yet. This is just still like a work in progress with the black. Okay, so they're my flowers I've been making. Thank you so much, Bonnie. I've got a few more things coming up with the with the bridal satin, but I had to get in. Once I seen it, I just had to get in and make some of these flowers. I couldn't wait. Yeah, like I was saying, it's like I've gone full circle with my craft, art and craft. I haven't really picked up a paintbrush for about a week, but I will be soon. So, okay, so they're my flowers, and I just keep them all in this big plastic bag, and then just add to them and what have you. So I've been making some of the pretty flowers, and what else have we got? Oh, and I've also made some library pockets, and these ones were in the style, if you've seen my video a few weeks ago, where with the paper weaving. So these are the need something to put in there, that'll do. These are the library pockets, so they've got a nice spot there for the actual library card, and the front of them I have done that paper weaving on, and then just stitched right around the edge. And these have been made out of manila folders. I really like using the manila folders. So I've made a few of those in all different sizes. The shapes are still the same. And the paper, I've just cut the strips from an old textbook. And it looks really good. Come up really well. So I've made a couple of those. And wow, I made heaps of these. I tell you, once I see something and I want to do it, and then I make up my mind to do it, there's just no stopping me. I just go berserk when I make things. So these are another style of the altered paperclip, and they're so easy to make. The bottom paper, or the bottom card, you just cut a little half circle out, then you slip your paper clip in, and then you just glue another one on the top. So these flowers here I have actually printed straight onto a manila folder from my printer, and they've all got the paper clips in the back, the side, or on the top. You can use them anyway. And printing the picture straight on there, then I've just cut it around, and I've sewn on the one bit of the top layer of the card, and then just glued it to the bottom layer where the paper clip is. So I've made those. I made quite a few of these. I've got those ones, and then all different shapes and sizes, and they're so handy to have already done up, so you can just put them straight into your journals that you make. They've all paper clips on the back, and we've got these ones, and I've made it so that they go on either side of the page or on the top of the page as well. So there, I've got a few of these because I did print quite a few of these images. I did print quite a few of the images off with the printer. They turned out so cool. And these ones here, I've printed them straight onto music sheet paper. So, and I didn't realise it, but the music sheet paper was upside down, but it doesn't really matter which way you put them. The flower can be hanging down or hanging up. So there's a couple of those ones. This one here was from a magazine, that I've just glued onto the top piece of card. And then this one here is stamped onto some brown paper, brown craft paper, and then made into the altered paperclip. And then I done a couple in this style here with the camera, and I thought leaving a little spot up the top, you could either put a little picture or you could do just a little bit of journaling on the card as well. And then this one here, it's just a stamp on some of the craft cardboard, craft paper, and made into a altered paperclip. And then these ones here, I have like a sheet of collaged paper, and I just went and cut that up. I don't know if I've got one here or not. Yeah, I think I do. Just a second. So it's similar to this. This, it's a, oh, get my water. This is a collage sheet that came out of a really old diary, and I just printed it straight onto a piece of manila folder, and then I just went and cut out just different images from it. It's similar to this one here. They're a little bit different in colour, like this was like the pale pinks, and whereas this is the brighter colours. But this is the ones that I've used, and I've done a long one there, which is like a page one. It comes straight over the page. So these are just little strip bits that I've turned into altered paper clips. So that one will go up that way. And the flower ones, they're for the top of the page to come down. And there's another lady one. Another lady with the fan. There's that one. And these were so easy and so fun to do, and now I have a lovely little collection of them to use in upcoming journals or to send out in some happy mail. Okay, so that's that, and so I don't make this too long, I've just got one more thing. I was watching a few weeks ago, watching Bonnie and Clive, and she made a journal out of the junk stuff that she had lying around on her table, so that's what I done too. I'll come in a little bit, but this is more of a material journal, pardon me, and these were things that I have a plastic bag where I throw all the material bits and pieces and scraps in. And I thought, oh, I'm going to use that bag and I'm going to sew a material, a fabric journal. So the closure is just a bit of seam binding, and the pages are made out of pieces of calico and also pieces of that tablecloth that I showed some of the flowers that I made in. So I've just layered up, that's the front and that's the back there, and I've sewn this bit of fabric I've had for quite a while, and it was only just a real little bit, but it managed to just fit nicely on here. And I have, this is the back here, I have some of that, a little strip of that, oh, what's that called, broderie anglaise or something. I'm hopeless with naming fabrics and what have you. So I've got a piece of that there, and then I've got another little strip of lace up the top, and I've sewn around the edges of it, and then just layered a little piece of ribbon and some more lace, and then sewn the saying on it. The paper was scraps on my table, so I just had to use my stamps, and this one here, a good friendship is worth preserving. And I've just got one of these little pink flowers, and got no idea where that came from. It was in the bag. So that's all I've done. I'll put it down here. Hopefully you can see that. Might just have to turn on my light again, my top light. I don't know if that's going to make... Oh, it was already on. Gosh, it's dark in here today. I'm a goose. Okay, it really is dark in here today. Okay, alright, so I'll just go through it. So the front page was the calico, and I've just layered up. There's a piece of pattern paper there, and an image from one of those, oh, it's actually from this one. That's the image there that I'd cut out or ripped out and put in here. And it's got a little heart, and then I've put some more trim here and a little bit there with a row of flat back pearls and some of these rosettes. And this part here is from a doily, an old doily. And then on this side here, this page is made from the tablecloth, and then a little bit of calico, that's old curtain up there, and some textbook paper, and just some pattern paper. And then this little image, where did I get that from? I got no idea. The little, I'm not sure if I got that from Amanda Scott Burton or not. I'm really not sure. And then just a little bit of this trim here, this lace there, and a little ruffle with calico, and then some bling on the side. So that's that page. So pretty. And then over here, Together is a Wonderful Place to Be. It's just got some lace here, some more lace trim there, and up the top here, and then a little piece of the crochet doily. It's got a paper doily underneath this piece here, and little green flat back pearl. Then on here there's just a collage of coffee dyed paper, music sheet paper, textbook paper there, and then just a little travel notes that I've stamped on, and that's all been sewn down. And some of this material here, I've been working with that material, and this was like a little offcut that I had left. That's, my sister gave me that when I went to Wagga. And then some little pink blingy, but these pink things here, I had a whole heap of these little stickers and everything given to me, and these little pieces here, they're actually to decorate your mobile phone. But I thought, oh, they'll work pretty well in my other crafts, because I don't really decorate the outside of my phone. And then on this side here, see, there's another one of those little blings from that I had given to me. So it's got some lace and another strip of fabric there, and then a sewn collage of some coffee dyed paper, textbook paper, and I've stamped 2 of the tickets onto some coffee dyed paper. And this little strip that is underneath the flat back pearls, that was an offcut of just some pattern paper that I'd been playing around with. And then this page here It's got a couple of little ruffles on it. It's got some of this lovely lace offcuts down the bottom there, dangling down. And that's another one of the images that I had printed onto some upside down music paper. I'll know next time. I didn't want to waste them, like, you know, little mistakes like that I can overlook. But at least now I know what way to put the music paper in to get a proper print. That was the first one I done. And then over here, this is the center. So it's only got 1, 2, 3, it's got 4 pages. This is the center of the journal, the little journal, and I've sewn with the machine down there. And I've just made a couple of pockets here out of some lace, and then there's a little bit of that tulle under there, and then Happiness is Homemade is collaged onto some music sheet paper, and I've got a little scrap piece of trim up there, and just made a couple of little tags to go in there. So there's that one, and this one, Friends are Flowers That Never Fade, and there's another little tag for that one there. And this is more or less a little bit different. This has just got some pink ribbon on the back of the saying, and it's got a little heart here, and I think I've had this little epoxy resin heart or something. I've had that for quite a while. Okay, so that's the center. And then this one here, Shine Bright, it's got some ribbon and some of that trim there, and another little piece of this pretty trim, and another one of the little blings up there. This one here, not sure if you're going to see, it's got a little bit of that bling there, and that's made into a pocket. And the pocket is made out of some burlap, you know, the soft burlap, and I've just sewed a couple of rows of that little bit of lace there on those. It's just so pretty the way it turned out. And then over here on this page I have a big strip of this pink lace, and then a paper and fabric collage, another stamp, and I've put a little bling in the circle there, and this is a little bow bling down in the corner. And then on this page here, this page is out of the tablecloth, and I've got some cheesecloth on the top of it, cheesecloth calico I mean, not cheesecloth, and just put another little bit of bling there, and then just a paper collage with some textbook paper and one of those printed flowers on music sheet, and it says blooming, and some more bling down the side. And then over here I have another collage of material and paper. I like putting those two together. That's some of the curtain material, and that's some of that trim that's on there. I cut a bit off here so it didn't hang over too much, and just put the remainder of it down there. And it's got a little bit of lace on the side, and then a paper collage, not older, just better, and a couple of these really little butterflies. They're so cute. I received those in a happy mail. And then another little flower up there, and then that red stuff keeps coming off there. And then on the back page here, just another collage with some, what have we got here? We've got that trim, the trim, and then paper, music sheet paper, another printed image, a little butterfly, some flat back pearls, and that trim there. And that's that. So that's my my little table scraps, I should say paper bag scraps, that I throw all my scraps into, my material scraps into a plastic bag. And it's getting quite full, so I really do have to start using it to get it down. I think is it handy to me? I can show you how full it's getting. Yeah, here it is here. This is it's getting so full. I'll come out a bit. My little book in there. But this is just scrap pieces, really little ones. There might be a couple of pieces in here that shouldn't be in here, because I had my my two grandsons come over, but they had dinner here the other night, and they both wanted to do a bit of well, Ryan wanted to do some sewing, the eldest one. So I just told him to grab this bag, and I thread the needle and cotton for him. Oh, here it is. And it had this piece of calico in it. So he sat there. He was so good. He was so quiet, and he sat there and actually stitched all the way up there, and then he stitched down there and across there and down the bottom. So I don't know really, he gave it to me and said I could put things in it, so I don't know what I'm actually going to put in it, but I will find something. So it's got just a little opening up here, because he sewed the sides. He done really well, and he really enjoyed it. And I thought, you know, what's wrong with letting a boy do some sewing? I think it's wonderful. I know my father, he knew how to sew because he was in the army, and you know, he said that's where he actually learnt how to sew, in the army by himself. Well, I don't know whether they taught them how to sew or was somebody else taught him, but that was Ryan's sewing, and he just done so well. It's like just looped the edges over there. So he done that, and then Sam done this, and I put these back in here because I can easily take them apart. But look how good that is. This is Sam, the youngest one. He ended up sewing that. I tied the knot on either end for him, but he done really well, and he took ages to do it, because he kept saying, I think he might be a little bit OCD, he kept saying, I've got to make sure that that's the same width and that's the same length, and that they're both the right part. But he had so much fun doing that. I honestly say it must have taken him at least half an hour, if not longer, to do that. And then of course Sam's into tying things together, so he's tied this rope on there and just started flinging it around after he'd done that. But they had fun doing that. And this is my little bag, and it's really getting really too full, with all just the scrappy bits of like, it's got material and it's got bits of ribbon. This one here's even got some paper doily in it, which shouldn't be there, but you know, like little pieces like that I don't want to throw away, because they're just going to, I don't know, they'll come in handy one day. But I told the boys to put their sewing things back in the bag so they know where it is for next time when they come over. Okay, so yeah, that's what's in. This is my scrap material plastic bag. It's quite big, and that's what I've made this out of here, the little journal. Alright, so I think I have I've waffled on enough. I just wanted to show you some of the things that I had been up to. I don't like sitting around being idle, so even at night listening to the silly box on TV. I just start doing things, and these are good projects to just sit and do in front of the telly when you're not really interested. But I do like the way the little scrap fabric book turned out. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. Hope I didn't bore you too much. And I shall catch you later. Bye bye.